What's up everybody, Nameless Co out here today. So we've been meaning to introduce you guys to a new car on the channel for about 6 months now. I've owned this car and I've kind of teased it or mentioned it in some other Volvo videos, but it's honestly my dream car and I can't believe I own it still, but I finally was able to get it running and reliable as of a couple weeks ago. So now we're bringing this video to you guys. I know we should have done it earlier, but we were caught up with all the other content we were making. But without further ado, here it is. My 1996 Volvo 850R. So as you guys saw from those little cinematics, it's not perfectly clean. It has a few things, it has a few scratches, but overall the body's pretty clean. It has one little dent on the passenger side door, which isn't too major, but besides for that, it's a really clean body, and I will be planning on getting it completely repainted down the line. It's just obviously doing that job is a couple $1,000s, and I want to get it professionally done just because it is a really nice car. And these bumpers are a bit faded, but that's very normal for these. So overall, not the cleanest car. The interior, as we'll show you in a little bit, it's actually really clean, but there is no headliner in it right now. The previous owner pulled it out, but like I said, we'll show you. But just to kind of start it off, I got this car for about $4,000 and it has roughly 150,000 miles on it. So honestly, not too bad. Mechanically, it was great. I bought it about 2 hours away from where we live, and I drove it back and it did the drive totally fine, but then it just had a few other little issues. So I got all those sorted, and now let's just take you guys around the car for a little tour of it, because this is kind of just the introduction video. I have a lot of plans for it in the future, but we're just gonna get you guys familiar with the car in this video. So as you guys can see from the engine bay, it's bone stock along with the entire rest of the car. There's not really one modification done to it. I have a lot of mods, but in terms of the engine bay, it's pretty clean. Nothing really too major to list off in here. Some of the mods I'll be doing are like the RIP kit is kind of the main first one I want to do, along with some other ones, but we're not going to reveal all those yet, so you guys have some suspense for those videos, which will be coming. But one of the other things I did was I replaced the headlights, just because when I first got it, they were super cracked, filling with water, and it wasn't really necessary to do a video on that, so I just took the initiative and did some new headlights, which were really expensive, unfortunately, but I got the, I guess, aftermarket ones on IPD, not the genuine Volvo. They're still a couple $100 each, but they look a lot cleaner. So I think that's going to cover everything for the engine bay right now, just because there's not really too much to talk about in this stock turbo 5-cylinder. So now coming to the interior, one of the main things is on the seat right here. There's this little rip, which I will be getting reupholstered. But overall, the suede or Alcantara or whatever you want to say is in pretty good condition. It has the OEM 850 floor mats. Passenger seats actually in pretty mint condition. It's got the little suede on the door, which is nice. And again, OEM floor mats. Dash is in actually really good condition. No cracks. Same with all this wood trim. Stock sound system. Everything overall up front. Steering wheel's pretty clean. Pretty clean dash. Speedo doesn't work, but not too big of a deal. It's got the little 850 right there. Moving on to the back seats. Also, I got speaker and But overall, really good condition actually in the back seats. And then like I mentioned, the previous owner cut the headliner because apparently it was sagging, so there's no headliner right there. But what I'm planning on doing is getting this sort of like suede material, black headliner, all on the roof, which will be a lot cleaner than that kind of OEM tan color which came on every 850. It'll kind of set it apart a little bit doing that Alcantara headliner. And then we'll move around to the trunk, which really not too much to see, but very spacious trunk. And yeah, better look at the headliner, which will be getting replaced. That's the next thing I'll be doing on the car before I move into all the mods we have with it, which one of the mods I'm most excited for is replacing this old thing and really being able to hear this 5-cylinder.
All right guys, so we just made it over to this little tunnel area right now. Zev's gonna come over with the 850R and give us some revs and probably a drive-by. I mean, just based off of how my V70R sounded, like you cannot beat what a baby V10 sounds like. So I haven't actually heard this car from the outside before, surprisingly. I know it's been 6 months, but I'm super excited to hear how this thing sounds, even in its stock form.
So I think that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. We kind of just wanted to introduce you guys to this 850R and get you familiar with it because it's a really special car, and I know there's not too much 850R content on YouTube, and especially with one that's not necessarily perfect. So we're going to be doing a lot of mods to it, cleaning it up, and you'll really get to see the progression of it, which I think will be really cool for the viewers, because I know personally as a Volvo enthusiast, and I've always been into the 850Rs, it's personally been like one of my favorite Volvos. Even though I own the two older ones, the 740 and the 240, I've always been really into these 850Rs in particular. And I know when I've been searching for videos, there aren't many out there. There's kind of one video here, one video there, but not really too many series or ones following along with mods and all that. So if you guys are into 850Rs, please stick along and consider subscribing, because we're going to be having a lot of content coming out with this video, including really tasteful modifications in the suspension, exhaust, engine, all that kind of stuff, and then eventually getting a full repaint, getting the interior redone. So it's really going to come a long way from where it is right now. We hope you guys stick along to see the process of it. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.